around the time, I think, of King Arthur, around the time that he pulled the sword out of the stone.
Yes.
He thought, you know what? I've gotten this sword now. I'm the king. I need something stylish.
At first, he was like, are you using this rock now that I've taken the sword out of it? Do you mind if I take it as an old Gansey?
Because there's a little hole in the top.
Little hole in the top. I could probably get like a couple of fingers in there, wear it as a glove. And they were like, no, you won't manage it, Arthur.
Yeah, well, the thing is, they said that, but he, for a couple of weeks, King Arthur went around with a big rock on his hand, like a glove.
Well, you say, I mean, he said, I'm going around with a rock on my hand, but he happened to be where the rock initially was the whole time.
Yeah.
Anytime anyone would see them, he would be like, oh yeah, I just came back just to check on the place. I've still got the rock here that I'm wearing as a glove and it's going great for me.
Yeah.
But just dropping back in. I'll be heading out again soon.
Yeah. Or he'd say to them, if there was any passing staff, he'd say, listen, if you're going, because I could if I wanted to, but if you're grabbing some food, if you could bring me back like a leg of lamb or something, that would be much appreciated.
Sword in one hand, rock in the other. He would struggle to even eat a leg of lamb.
Oh yeah, well if they did come back with food, obviously they would sort of foist it into his mouth.
Just foist it into my mouth there,
is what he'd say. And that's one of his most famous sayings, of course.
It became like a catchphrase for him, which after a while didn't even make sense.
Yeah.
Like he would say it before battles and stuff, like to his army.
Yeah.
Just foist it into my mouth, he would shout, and they'd be kind of confused as they were they were wandering off into the battle.
Yeah, and sometimes he would try and collectively use it as well. Let's make sure they foist themselves into all of our mouths. And the soldiers knew when to cheer. Just because of the cadence. They knew there was a gap. They knew they should cheer.
Yeah, Merlin would be behind him, kind of waving his big staff. I'm like, fucking right, come on now. Give it a cheer now, lads. I think he's finished.
That's why they lost a couple of their biggest battles. Is because they tried to approach the army mouth first.
Yeah, mouth first. Some of them, a few lads were lost on the kind of like, well, if I can't get them into my mouth, I'll take some of their equipment. And they, the arrows would be flying down and they were like, here we go.
And they were jumping like salmon, just lobbing the gob on the end of these these arrows that were flying down.
Oh, you're going to wave a spear at me. Watch this. And straight away dead.